I'm Unique and I am back with the Sunday vlog. It is literally the Sunday once again where I'm trying to record this video. I'm such a mess. It is currently tax season and um, between the money I make on Twitch, which technically is taxable, and investments that I actually make in the background thanks to my full-time job actually supporting me, it is kind of a mess, the forms I need to get together. It is not quite that simple for me, and I'm not motivated to do all that. But I need to because obviously I'm a well law-abiding citizen, right? And I need to get all that figured out. Forgive me if I sound incredibly exhausted. I have been questionable with my sleep this weekend, and hopefully I'll get it together in time for work tomorrow, but we'll see. Anyway, I have not gotten anything out on the channel besides these vlogs for the past 2 weeks. I keep saying, maybe one day I'll be motivated again to work on these clips, and it's just not happening. So I am making like an intervention for myself. I am literally jotting down in a book over here being like, hey, I'm gonna get this done, this clip done this day and get it out. And I'm actually sitting down and making a plan. Because usually I'm kind of like, oh, I'll do this clip whenever, I'll do this clip whenever. And now it's gotten to the point where I have footage sitting around and footage that is soon to be deleted that I need to take care of soon here. Well, it's not necessarily a need. I really want to get this done, but at the same time, I think about opening up an editing software and actually cutting it up together, and I'm just like, ugh. But no, I'm gonna do everything I can to bring myself up to actually getting these clips done and everything. When it comes to game streams, I'm probably gonna fall into a similar situation with Honkai Star Rail as I did with Genshin, where I really just log in to do main story. um, I feel really bad because I'm extremely casual with Genshin and Honkai Star Rail now, and at one point maybe I'll actually hit a wall where I don't log in and build my characters to do anything like that. I just go with what I got and just move on. And it's worked out for me for the past year now, but yeah, if you've been to my Genshin or Honkai Star Rail streams, you can see I do the apps. It's really amazing what I can do with the absolute most bare minimum in those teams. But yeah, I really wanted to stream Honkai Star Rail more this week, but I also haven't even had the energy to put into stream. So it's been really hard for me. I'm hoping I'll have it all back together in time for Friday, because Friday will be Unicorn Overlord, the full game will be out. I need to pre-order that game actually. And I am excited about Unicorn Overlord. That is what's on my horizon right now. Honkai Star Rail and Genshin do have patches coming up soon, but that Genshin patch, anybody who is really interested listening in and interested for Genshin content on the channel, I'm so sorry, but that was one of the weakest trailers I think we've gotten for a patch in a very long time. The community consensus right now is that 4.5 is going to be the absolute most snooze fest of a patch we've ever seen in a while, and as a content creator that is very dismotivating. I think I'm not even going to cover the event. If anything, I might cover the event way later on. I will cover the event probably when there is time. The number one priority I want to do is Chiori's story quest, and I think that's all that we're getting in 4.5 or that we care about. There's no new world quest like in Chenyu Vale. There's no Archon quest. 4.5 is just Chiori's story quest in the event and move on. And meanwhile, in Honkai Star Rail, we got patch 2.1 to look forward to, which is going to be really, really interesting. I'm probably going to have more brainworms about Unicorn Overlord. There is the Princess Peach game that's supposed to come out this month too. I'm still not 100% certain if I'm going to play it on stream yet. Maybe I will download it, we can just play like a stream or two and then move on. I'm not sure how well those are going to do, especially if I actually make shorts and post on YouTube about this. Anyway, that's enough about games I'm on the lookout with soon that are coming up. Let's talk about games that have released this week, or gaming news that have released this week. We have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth that released. I see so many happy gamers. I'm literally debating with myself if I want to watch the final cutscene and see you know, the implications that it has. Because I know exactly what that final cut scene is supposed to be in the original version, but in the remake, um, I'm debating if I'm doing that. I am not playing Rebirth on stream yet. Yet I want to add an addendum to that yet. Um, I am inevitably waiting for the special edition that is going to include the entire trilogy. And actually, no, I can't wait for that because my goal is around 6 months before the final game of the trilogy is supposed to come out. I am going to start streaming Remake. We'll go through the Yuffie episode. We'll go through Rebirth. I'm sure there's going to be a DLC episode also after Rebirth. Like, I'm gonna try my absolute hardest to just marathon it all, and then when it's very similar to what I did with Xenoblade. I did Xenoblade 2 Torna DLC right before Xenoblade 3 was supposed to release, and then Xenoblade 3 came out, and I dived in. But yeah, I can't wait for the PC version for Rebirth because I think Cloud's beach outfit is very good.
The little dog is tired. He had a long morning. Look at the sleepy boy.
And lastly, we had the Pokemon Direct at 8 in the morning for me this past Monday. I literally was ready to go back to sleep if it wasn't for the fact that I was supposed to be working. It went exactly the way I thought it was going to be. It was going to be a bunch of shilling for all their mobile games that they have been really, really, really investing their resources into for the past few years. And I'll give them credit. They clearly it's working for them if they're continuing to push these mobile games of theirs. But I wanted to hear more about spin-offs they were doing. Like, is there any more spin-offs they're going to work on for the Switch? But we got one. It is the Pokemon Z, right? And everybody was expecting Pokemon Z back in, I don't even remember what year X and Y came out, 2011, 2012. But yeah, everybody was expecting Pokemon Z back then, and then we moved on to Oras, and we were like, what the hell, guys? When are we getting Pokemon Z? But yeah, we finally got it. It looks okay. I don't know if I'm gonna play it. It really depends on what's releasing around the time, and if I'm still playing any games at the time. But I have been out of the Pokemon series for a very long time. I basically started mentally checking myself out since X and Y, and I have pretty much fallen off and never picked up Scarlet and Violet, and I have not picked up Legends Arceus. I pretty much stopped after Sword and Shield, is what I'm saying. I really want to see some spin offs and other stories. I might play a Pokemon fan game on stream one day. We'll see. I want to play a story centric one, maybe one with a bit of difficulty to it, because your boy was pretty good back in the day. I played some competitive, especially in Gen 5. So yeah, if I have the time later on this year, maybe we'll play a Pokemon fan game. More gaming layoffs. We saw freaking Sony lay off a bunch of their employees. It is very unfortunate, very infuriating. Big companies should not be expecting all this growth to be sustainable for them, and clearly it is showing. My absolute best wishes go out to all of these employees who really thought they were safe and got their dreams in the gaming industry at the moment and are absolutely had their lives ripped apart. It sucks holding a job around here because it really sucks because at any moment everything you worked for could just be ripped away, and it's so scary, especially in the professional industry right now. Anyway, I noticed this footage is 12 minutes long. I'm gonna hate live cutting this. I'm gonna end the video here. If you have been listening, and I am so sorry. I am clearly been not in the best mood lately, and I feel like it was showed in this vlog especially. I'm going to figure something out this week. I'm actually gonna look into things and actually try to uplift myself again here. And yeah, everybody be mindful, think of yourself a lot, and make the smartest choices, and I hope to see you next week. Bye, friends. Sincerely from Unique.